Welcome in, everyone, to the Challenge After Show. Tonight, we are talking about The Challenge USA Season 2, Episode 1, the riskiest the riskiest season yet. It's so risque. And, we are all looking risque in our first episode outfits. There's Pamela, there's Jenna.
Because my arms are showing?
I mean, that's risque.
Showing? I mean, what is this?
I'm not wearing pants. That's how risque I'm being.
Damn. Oh, wow. Well, stand up, why don't you, if you want to get risky.
And look.
Okay, sit.
Oh, you're sure. Right. I'm not wearing.
Look at your cute dog.
Yeah,
your
there's
dog
Rosie. She's all grown up now. She is a whopping 21 pounds, which is nothing, obviously. And she had a little trip to the doctor this week to get spayed. So she is rocking a cone for 2 weeks right now.
She was just listening so attentively too. She was all perched up, like listening to Dad talk, and now she's chilling.
Hi, Rosie. Rosie.
Oh,
isn't she the cutest? We are so obsessed with her. Another announcement on the show: I'm having a baby in December. So if you want to,
congrats, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan. That is so exciting. Do you know what it is yet? A girl or boy?
We do. I guess. Should I tell the world? I mean, everyone that
let's do a poll. Let's let people bet, and then we.
Okay, I'll announce the gender next week. Is it a boy or a girl?
I think I know. I'm going to guess. I mean, don't tell me
you
wrong.
You can both guess right now, and I'll just wait till next week.
I guess
great. Oh.
But also, hold on. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably both know already.
Oh, then maybe that's why I feel like I'm sure it's a girl.
Okay.
I'm totally wrong.
Jenna, what were you going to say?
I follow you, but I don't remember seeing the gender. I just remember you posting.
It's just on stories, so if you missed me for one whole day, you would have missed it. But we did make an announcement on Instagram, yes.
Okay.
So you clearly missed one day because you follow me every other day. So
I missed a day of Instagram. I should get notifications for when Dan posts anything, so that way I'm in the loop. But I'm gonna say boy.
Okay, good. We have it. We tie.
And I also don't know for sure. I mean, I feel like I know, and I follow Stacy too, but I don't know. Like, I don't know officially. And to be honest, I don't think I saw that. Just that one. I've seen every other story you've ever posted, but I don't think I ever saw.
Did you see the comment when someone asked if Stacy was a boy or a girl? Like my wife, they didn't know. They thought I was gay, which is whatever. It's not the first time I've heard it. So now you know that Stacy's a girl, everyone, because we are making a baby, and it takes
right.
Yeah.
Well, sure, yeah. Well, the baby is Stacy, yeah.
Right. So, ladies, we watched this episode. I loved it, and I know we always get way ahead of ourselves and put the cart before the horse and blah blah blah. But I think this is a 1 hour episode. It's 24, not 32 cast members, and they brought back some veterans. I feel like it's got everything that I want right now. And I saw maybe a hookup on the one of the trailers or something. So maybe someone hooks up. So like, hello, that all sounds good to me. Please give me your just overall thoughts, and then we'll dive into this thing.
Jenna, you want to go?
Go ahead. Oh, I thought we were both just going to start blurting and then
at the same time. Yes.
And we actually were once very quiet for once, and we're letting the other person speak first.
Rosie looks like she wants to jump in. Look at her.
Oh, she does. So I just watched it, but I was out last night, and funny enough, I was at a bar and they had CBS on their TV. So on the TV at the bar, the challenge was playing. I couldn't hear it, but I kept getting glimpses of no other than Paulie in his fabulous outfits. I don't think you guys told me who was going to be on the cast, and I didn't look myself because I said to you that's kind of like one of the surprising factors, entertainment factors that I like, is like showing up to a fresh episode and not actually knowing who's going to be on it. So when I saw that Paulie was on there in his ridiculous outfits, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch this. Like I'm so excited because I didn't know he was coming back, and he's also coming back with like so much oomph, and it doesn't look like, the cockiness has changed at all. So I was very excited for that. And I was getting glimpses the whole night. So I was really excited to watch. I love the cast. I'm really excited about the cast, even though we have people that we've often complained about, like Josh and Fessy, but I'm excited that Josh is there. I just really am. I think, it's going to be fun. And Alyssa from Big Brother is back after she had that early departure last year when she fucked up.
Oh, good, Alyssa. Like strong competitor, Alyssa L. I looked. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, strong competitor. There are Tiffany, Jonnae, Desi. I'm just really excited about a lot of people, and Bananas and West coming in on the jet skis. Although so gimmicky, which we're gonna talk about, is just like clearly I rolled my eyes at it because I'm like, really, them coming in on jet skis. But overall, the cast I'm really excited about.
I am with you guys both. I was like, I haven't been this pumped and like at the edge of my seat and excited since like Dirty 30. And I feel like it's been a long break. Like it's been a while since we had a challenge. B, I know we covered the All Stars cast, but didn't know. I mean, I follow the challenge social media stuff, but there's so much that I couldn't find this when I was trying to find it on Paramount because it said season 1, but I forgot that you have to like go to that and then go to seasons and episodes. There's so many challenges now and spinoffs that I almost couldn't find it. So I was very surprised. The point is I was so pleasantly excited about the cast because I knew Paulie was coming back at some point, but I didn't know for this. He was all Jon Snow on the wall. It was funny. He was very
That's good. That's a good.
Yeah, I was psyched to see him. My first note is Paulie, like, yay! And then like, like seeing all these people was a surprise and exciting. And my overall on the show, I feel like they finally got it right with the challenge and what to do with these spinoffs. Like they were making all the international things with 100 people in 2-hour episodes or whatever. And then last year, the Challenge USA, there are a lot of Love Island people. I feel like there were so many people that not everyone
Did you
knew.
notice there's zero Love Island? They cut it
that
completely, which I didn't, maybe there just wasn't a new season to pull from, but at the same time, there's plenty of seasons in the past. That was interesting.
So it was
the
very
Love Island
interesting.
people were fun though. I thought
Right. And I thought what's her face did well. The one of the people, I mean, whatever.
Not well
I didn't
enough.
mind it, Kira, I think, but I didn't mind the Love Island people at all. But I think this formula.
Justine. I was thinking of Justine.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this formula though, which is the other competition shows, Merrick's Favorite Race or whatever, Amazing Race, which I don't watch, Big Brother, and whatever, and then bringing in so all the CBS shows that are competition shows that have their audience, and then introducing a few select veterans. I feel like this is the formula we need because we care enough. There's not too many of the people. They've sort of folded Big Brother in over the past few years. So most people, is Carter there? Oh, Rosie's there.
Laughing at Rosie.
She like
Rosie, the Big Brother.
She's upset. Like she's obsessed with us, and we're obsessed with her, and we just like all we do is hang out. It's the best.
Aww.
But anyway, sorry. Go on.
No, I just was really excited. Even Josh couldn't ruin it for me. I feel like they got the formula right. They already have an audience for these Big Brother people that might care about another competition show, an Amazing Race, and those people, and then folding in the challenge with USA vets, and then making it these good audience that we can sort of get behind, and then having the international challenge as a flagship, as a spinoff, I think is the right move. Like they should keep this format. This was the way to do it. And I didn't even realize it was a smaller cast, but yes, on that.
They've done smaller casts for like All Stars and for the Challenge USA season 1. They did the 24, which is what I like personally. 32, I'm like, I can't focus on enough. And they can't really give us storylines that have any oomph to it because they're trying to, everything's spread too thin with 32. 24, I think, is where it really works.
Yes.
I want to add this also, the secret voting system where people can just not have to worry about I'm so worried. I don't want to be kicked off early. I need my paycheck. Don't have to worry about that as much anymore. So it's going to allow us to maybe get a little more drama and a little more of these big hitters going in, or vets having to like be forced to not just get to coast by. And hopefully we're going to get more of that as well. So I like that aspect of the drama where you don't have to be afraid of everything anymore. Like just vote who you want to freaking vote for. It's fun. It's a freaking game show. Let's have fun with it. So
we'll see, because we'll see when we get to that part. Because
ladies, I need to apologize to both of you. Because for a couple of years now, I've been saying something, and I told you if it ever happened, I would apologize on air because I always do.
I know what it is.
You know what it is. What is it?
I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
And I'd like to say, I think this
Jenna's going to still think about what it is, but
so
I will reveal it.
Towards me, I think I'm the one that was more insistent that this would happen.
Very, very true.
So
Yes.
that's why Jenna, you might not be as like.
But Jenna agreed with your points on this.
I think she did, but I don't think she's committed to it. And what
you want to tease it more, Pam? Or?
Yes, let's tease it more. That this person was left way too early on their one and only rookie season.
Gosh, how
Yeah.
did I forget? I'm so
And
excited.
that fans wanted to see them back and that they would be cast again. That was
And I
my-
said,
Oh my gosh.
no way in hell, and it's Michaela returning.
Oh,
but
I'm
in
so
my
happy
defense,
she's back.
in
So
my
so happy she's
defense,
back.
though, like Pamela, you said it earlier in the episode, there's so many goddamn spinoffs. They need bodies. And if it was just the challenge and not all these spinoffs, I don't think we would have seen her again. But I still will apologize because technically she's in on a iteration of the challenge. She's here.
Okay.
So I was wrong.
What I will say to that, and I didn't realize it, but this is another reason why I loved it so much. The only people who I did not know were people who I'd never seen the show they were on. Even people from old seasons of Big Brother, I knew. So for me, I felt pretty familiar with most. There were no duds. That's what I'm saying about Michaela. It wasn't like they need bodies. Michaela, to me, which obviously you know how I feel, stood out in her rookie season and made a mark, and I was psyched to see her. I like Michelle, unpopular,
too.
maybe, I don't know why, but I like her. And like all these people, Tyler, who you guys, I don't know if you watched his Big Brother season, who dated
Angela.
Angela.
Oh, I called her Alyssa. I met Angela.
No, you meant Alyssa's back. You called her.
There's two Alyssas. There's the Alyssa, they're calling her Alyssa L now. She's from last season of the challenge, what we knew her from, the USA.
Yeah.
And then there's Alyssa S, which is from Big Brother 24, who dated that white guy on the show, Kyle. And I liked her on, whatever. I'm fine with her on the show. Whatever.
I met Angela earlier, though. I was excited for her to come back because she messed up the wheelbarrow challenge at the final and she left, remember? Because she thought she could go.
But she didn't come back, though.
She didn't come back,
right.
No. So that's why I was excited to see her back on.
I'm surprised they didn't put her back in because they got Alyssa L, which is kind of like, she was like almost like a poor.
Was Angela that did that.
No. But they brought back.
I thought you meant Alyssa.
They brought back Alyssa L, who's kind of like a poor woman's Angela. Angela was like top dog that season, and Alyssa kind of like was like following in her footsteps. But I liked her too. And then Alyssa didn't make the finals, but Angela did, and then did the wheelbarrow thing. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm remembering all my things. I think Alyssa's overrated personally, that Alyssa, she's fine, whatever.
But I like her though. That's why even though she's like overrated, I still I'm going to be rooting for her this season.
I don't care about her one way or the other. Like I don't hate her, but I'm not a fan.
Can we talk about one more thing before we break down every cast member? Because we're going to break down every team, but we have to talk, I think, quickly about the Tori and Amanda stuff that kind of happened on the internet. Do either of you know what's going on with that?
Wait, can we wait until we get to the okay.
Well, I just want to say one thing about it. Okay, they are sleeping next to each other in this season. So whatever happened to cause this drama that we saw on social media is going to happen during this season. I just think we should get excited about that.
I feel like it's bogus. I feel like, is it really?
Oh, do you think it was to... I don't think it was to try to sell tickets to this show because I think the producers told them to shut the F up and stop posting that stuff on social media. Really? I'm pretty sure that they did. And tell us in the comments below. Basically what happened was that Tori, there was a promo for the show, and then Tori took the same picture and put a clown face over Amanda's face.
Amanda did it to Tori.
No, Amanda then came out and said that Tori was on steroids and that she sucks old man dick. Yeah, Amanda took it to another level. And then everyone's like, what old man dick did she suck? And there's some people saying it's the producer's dick. Some people are saying it's like is it Jordan's dick? Like they're saying, this is real stuff that's happening. I'm just saying the news. But that all happened. I have the pictures on social media.
Yeah, I haven't.
So anyways, that's just something to think about for this season because right now they're sleeping next to each other. They decided to share beds basically next to each other in those little twin beds. It's interesting, no?
I feel like I have like a feminist take on that. Like,
go ahead.
why is Amanda saying that about? Even if you don't like her, who cares what dick she sucked? Is my point.
But
It's
why did but I guess Amanda always likes to 3-4 fold it instead of just 2 folding it, because Tori did put a clown face on her face. There was no need for
No,
that
I
support.
get
It's like way too far. You know what I mean? It's like
it just feels like
steroids and dick sucking is like.
No, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
What?
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I just like Tori technically started it, but I don't know what happens this season is my point. I think I'm excited.
I don't know. I feel like that just sounds, her response, yeah, she can clap back whatever because a clown face was put on her. The response just sounds very middle schooly, you know, like coming at like someone's looks or like about a boy or something. It's just, if a guy was fighting with another guy, would they say like, oh, well, you had sex with that woman?
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah,
So
I never even thought about that. Can you imagine?
I kind of had that. I kind of rubbed it the wrong way. I'm like, why is she talking about anybody's dick that she sucked? Like, who cares? Why is that like such a negative? Why is that such
ladies, let me ask you one question before we move on to the cast list here. Why did Tori put the clown face on her in the first place?
Yes, we'll have to find out.
Right. I just don't, I mean, like, I don't necessarily agree with what Amanda said, but like Tori, like, you know, you want to stir the pot, like
levels though.
You know who you're talking to here. Amanda's doesn't give a shit. She just goes for stuff. So no matter how outrageous sometimes or truthful. All right, let's get into this cast list. It gets split into 3 teams, which I love. This Hopper thing, I love. They're doing like old school, like schoolyard picks. I love that stuff too.
Why Pamela, is it called Hopper? Remember the commercial, like the Happa? It was like a cable thing. Do you guys remember?
A hopper, it's a sports term. I think in tennis, you'd put all the balls in a hopper, then they shoot the balls at you, and then you hit them. I think that's also known as a hopper.
It's a machine. That's what
it's like a machine, but this machine doesn't shoot balls at your head.
No, it's gonna give. This machine is gonna have the balls at the
and it spits the balls out like a tennis hopper would, I think, in a way.
Whoever, it's gonna be like bingo. Like there'll be 4 that say Monty, 4 that say bananas, 2 that say and whoever's. So that's the
2 that say Wes in this case for the end of this episode. Yes,
exactly. So that's what the Happa's doing. So it'll spit out a ball, and that'll be the.
That'll be. You know, we laugh at the algorithm machine last season, obviously just being fake and being manipulated by producers. Although I would love if it came out that we were wrong. Like I would love if they were like, no, it was 1,000% made up. But in this scenario, it's hard to believe that this is manipulated. It does feel like.
But Jenna, this goes to prove again that the producers watch our show. We're like, it's computerized. This is lame. Now they got an old school doohickey doing it. Like, how are you lying about it? So it's like, okay, I can buy into this now. I'm not going to call conspiracy at all. Like, this seems more legit to me. It's literally balls in a bag and you pull one out.
Yeah. Back to they could literally all say bananas.
I know.
Like, we don't know what.
However, if we find out next week, because I have to go over this with you ladies, apparently Sunday we're going to find out. I don't understand. Sunday we find out who is going to be in this elimination. I don't know if that means we get a full episode on Sunday or if we wait, but guess what, everyone, we're doing 1 episode a week. So I don't know what if they're trying to do a Big Brother thing where you get like 8 episodes or a Bachelor in Paradise with like 8 episodes in a week. Like, no, we're doing 1 a week. I don't know what this thing is on Sunday, but apparently on Sunday you find out who is going in against one of the 2 that are there.
That's so crazy in this world where everyone's so busy and they have 1,001 shows to watch outside of their regular life. Do people really think that?
I know. I agree. But if Bananas gets pulled, because he has like 4 in there, he has a lot in there, then we'll know that this hopper probably means business and it's for real. They don't want Bananas going home.
I don't think it'll be Bananas.
Well, why? Bananas has like the most in there, doesn't he?
No, him and Monty have the
most. Fair enough. Well, one of them gets pulled, then I will say, okay, that seems more legit to me.
Yeah, but it's like I mean, it's like there is, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. The odds are that it would be Monty or Bananas, but everybody's name goes in it, right? Regardless of how many votes. So I guess, yeah, their odds.
But I don't understand that. Is that for, like, I thought it was just the people that got the votes that go in.
Everybody that got a vote, but if a girl's name, anyone can come out, and if it's a girl that comes out, then the girls are competing that night.
I get that part of it, but not everyone in the cast is in there.
Everybody that has a ball.
But not everyone in the cast is in there.
No, everybody that was picked.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay, good. So, but see, that's my other question for you ladies before we get in this cast list. Does that mean that it could be like literally like 5 weeks in a row of girls eliminations or 5 weeks in a row of vice versa?
No.
Guys, why not?
I think they're starting it off that way, and then it'll go. It's just the luck of instead of saying.
Really, I think if they do this every week, that could be kind of an interesting thing too. Where what if all guy names get put in there every week? Then it's only going to be guy eliminations. Like, what if the house can try to swing stuff like that? I think it's an interesting thought to think about, though.
I don't think they could do that just because.
So, but I don't get how it works next week. Then next week you're only allowed to put in male or female, depending on who goes in this week. Like, you're not allowed to vote the opposite sex, because I think you vote for a male or a female in that original thing, or maybe they just say 2 males or 2 females. Then it just goes that way, is what you're thinking.
I have no idea. I haven't thought that far.
I am thinking way too much about this, but I'm telling you, people
think that far ahead.
Other people are thinking about this. So tell us in the comments below what you think this all means. I think other people are thinking about this like I am, where it could just be in a row, or they might change it, like you said, and force them to choose a certain gender.
Yeah, I feel like it just wouldn't work out for the game and teams if it was random.
Okay.
So I think for the first one, it's part of the mystery that we don't know, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense or if they're going to go on to one girl and one guy from now, or I don't know.
That's what it is right now. 1 girl, 1 guy.
Well, I mean, competing each time.
Oh, double eliminations.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Good. They could do a random. Oh, that'd be fun if he's like, hey, guess
then.
what? It's not singular tonight. Double elimination. First guy, first girl to get pulled. You're going in against the 2 that are down there. That's another fun one.
I like that.
They should do that for sure. That's a great twist from TJ. That he's probably writing down right now because he listens to this.
He made it.
They do. They've really stepped it up this season. Again, thank you.
That just goes to prove it's not just us complaining, Pam. Everyone's complaining about the last seasons of what the format is, so they changed it. And like, good. It's not just us.
I got hate for being a hater, and I'd like to say, like, I liking this. I don't want to be like, oh, the stupid fucking challenge. Like, I like when I like it, because it's one of the bright joys in my life. It really is. Like, when I like it, I'm like, oh, I love it. It's so good. Yeah. So it's not like I want to hate on it, but it sucked the past couple of.
Yeah. You don't want to watch a show and review it when you don't even enjoy it. Like, it doesn't feel good to not even be excited to watch the episode.
And you know what? Honestly, I fast forward through the commercials, so I can give up 40 minutes of my week, especially when I like the show. Like, this is great. Now I'm episode 1, but yes, I'm excited. Let's get into these teams here. Red, blue, and green. They're splitting them up into 3 teams. The Hopper decides who the captains are going to be. And oh my goodness, we get to find right from the top, Josh is back. Captain Josh. I'm like, oh, Pamela, not only is Josh back, but I'm like, Pamela has to deal with him being a captain. Please tell me he's like, no, I'm the captain of this team. I'm in charge. I hope that he does this because it'll piss Pam off and it'll make me happy. So go ahead, Pam. And Jenna too. Jenna, your thoughts on Josh for sure. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
My question is he now the leader? He's now the captain of this team? It doesn't seem like it.
No, I'm being facetious, obviously. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, that's a valid point to think if you're called up there to pick the team, like, are you technically captain? But I don't know. It didn't really seem like in the challenge it needed to go down that way, although he is kind of trying to make the political moves. I mean, the most obvious political moves ever, just telling his friends he's not going to say their name, and making it seem like it's this big gameplay. No, I was just laughing the whole time thinking about Pam, because Josh is in his confessional saying, buckle up, everyone, because I everyone that hates me, it's
gonna be a long season. Like,
buckle up, Pam.
Well, I loved this episode because, first of all, did you guys see Wes? Like, I didn't catch a lot of social media, but I saw Wes saying, I don't understand, like, blatantly saying, I don't understand why Josh is always on the show. Like,
that was an interview. He did that interview with like US Weekly or a magazine or something like that. Not magazine, but yeah, something like that. And yeah, he said, look, at least he'll bring some goofiness, I guess. But overall, I don't think he's a good challenger, basically. He just called him out. It was.
And he said, I don't understand why he gets cast, which is the same as us. It's like some producers trying to make Josh happen, but the fans don't like him. He's not good at it. It's not like we love to hate him. He's just annoying. It's not even that interesting.
No, I do love to hate him. I was happy that he was on this season.
I dare I say, and then Tori was like, we know, Josh, you're not good at this. Like, even his friends at this point are like, Josh, like, pity Josh. And I almost feel bad for him, but I love it because I'm like, God, enough of him. And the other people I have to secretly say I was really happy to not have on this season, not because I dislike them, but more because it broke up the vets dynamics, was freaking Casey and Nani.
Oh, you're
Whereas
probably so happy about that, the two of you.
I don't even
Right.
Two thumbs
dislike
up
them,
for
but
me.
So over
I don't
that.
want
That's
Tori.
right.
I don't want a Tori and Jordan season. I don't want, well, we'll get into the cast, but I'm happy to have just Tori. I'm happy to have just Polly. I'm
Right.
happy to not have Devin, Nani, and Casey with Tori, not because, and Jordan, not because I don't like them, but I'm so over that. And I hope that Tori and Tori haters, because there's become some of them lately, without all that, which can be annoying, were deemed the Vacation Alliance by social media. I hope that old Tori the fighter is back, and I'm happy to see it. Not that she hasn't been a fighter, but these team dynamics again. It's just like enough already. It just gets boring.
Well,
Yeah, but
go on, Jenna. Sorry. Go.
it's kind of already happening though. It's kind of a similar theme where the vets from the MTV flagship are already coming together to try to form a mega team. It seemed that way, but then when we get to what is this called again?
The Hopper.
The Hopper.
When it gets to the elimination hopper, we see, as Michelle says in her confessional, that clearly the group decision was not executed by a lot of people because there's not enough votes against people who are on green. So obviously people voted for their internal team members when they were trying to team up and work together.
But thus far, the girl vets are enemies at some point, so it's not annoying that they're teaming up, because it's not that stupid like the USA versus whatever, when just they wanted to dominate and they sort of did. This is less annoying to me because it's Tori, Amanda, and Janae. Like, they don't know each other, they haven't worked together, they don't have a relationship, so them sort of deciding we just on principle aren't going to vote a vet, at least at first, I don't mind, because it's like Tori not voting Amanda. Like, these people are.
I think it's kind of similar though, where they are veterans and yes, they have earned their place and their voice in this game. Like, I'd feel the same way. I think if I were them, it's like seniority. It's like being on a team, in college, obviously, like the seniors are going to feel a little bit more power over the newbies, the rookies, the freshmen, of course. So I see that and I totally understand that. But even just in the voting, when they're at the table, it does still kind of, the blue team that won, it does still feel like Tori's kind of making the decisions, right? Like Tori and Corey and like the vets who are at the table, they still are kind of running the show. And it just so happens that the people on their team who are not from the Challenge flagship MTV show, they're just outnumbered. Like Angela and Alyssa were just simply outnumbered. They both voted for Michaela because they wanted to save Amira. And there's just nothing that could have been done about that because there was too many MTV vets on that table. So that's what I mean is like, it's still a little bit separated and it's better. It's way better than when like Tori and Jordan were running the entire thing last season, but there still are, they're still trying to do that. And
I also disagree with you about the Alyssa and Alyssa. Is that who it was? It wasn't Angela. Now you're bringing Angela. You just want Angela to be on this season.
I swear
Alyssa
she was
and someone else.
Okay.
Stupid Alyssa and good Alyssa. I don't know. Maybe it was the two Alyssas, but I will talk about that. I think stupid Alyssa, there was like a lot more she could have done. It's like, oh, they outnumbered me. Like, she's an idiot.
Well, hey, look. She's also walking into a show for the first time, so I want to give her. And she's even on Big Brother, she's never been like I'm going to take over this house. There's a couple things that are different though, Jenna, this season. There are less vets this season as far as versus like other seasons where the vets kind of dominated. And there's 3 teams. This is all producer based, by the way. They said we can't just do 2 teams because they're going to be, let's make it 3 teams instead. Spread these vets out and make them have to work with people in certain things and not give them as much power. They really are thinking this through. And with the secret vote also, yes, week 1, Corey and freaking Tori definitely got the people to put in Amira and Lewis versus maybe a bigger hitter. But I'm telling you right now, there's only 6 true vets And Tori technically is from Are You the One? Like, I'm not like when Are You the One came in the game, like those weren't vets to me. Those were all like still newbies, but she's just been around for so long now. Now she's a vet, and I get it.
And Amanda, I'm like, are these champs? Like,
She's Are You the One too? Again, another Are You the One person. Like, it is weird to say that they're vets, but that's how old we're getting, all right? And we're just yelling on our front lawn, like, how are the Are You the One kids vets?
That doesn't bother me.
Guys? Can I just tell you?
Yeah, laugh first and then tell us.
You're right. I have been convinced this entire time. That whole show I just watched, I thought that was Angela the entire
Alyssa.
It was Alyssa from Big Brother 24.
The knockoff Angela. Because she was like the knockoff Angela last.
He looks so much like her.
Somewhat.
Not Alyssa, stupid Alyssa. Do you mean good?
No,
yes, she means
blonde.
She means Alyssa from Big Brother 24. She thought that was Angela.
Alyssa, who dated the Mormon.
Yes, Kyle.
You thought it was Angela? Oh my
what
God.
Are you gonna do?
There couldn't be more different people. That's funny. I love it.
But but in your defense, Jenna, I mean, Alyssa didn't really have a big role this episode, and they just showed flashes of her. So I guess if you were looking down and looked up,
is that hair? She's not blonde anymore. She's got darker hair.
The entire time I watched the show and for this first half hour. So this entire time I'm thinking Angela's here with her ex-boyfriend. And I was really excited about that dynamic too.
Oh, that would have been cool. That's disappointing. That's disappointing.
I write in my notes app, I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. Tyler's here with his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, no.
That would have been cool. Yeah.
So my apologies to everybody. This whole damn time I thought that was Angela.
That is hilarious because I feel like there's just like polar opposite females and they are them. Like one is
they look alike. They look alike.
They do look a tiny bit alike. But I wish it was Angela instead of Alyssa.
Well,
Alyssa is my new.
So let's just redo the whole show.
Alyssa might be to me the new Josh, of where literally every time now Josh, my brain goes, oh, Josh. Like it's moved past shut up, Josh. Like I don't even have the passion for that. And now every time Alyssa talks, I'm like, shut up, Alyssa.
Really?
That's how I think.
I mean, look, I don't mind Alyssa S. We'll call her Alyssa S just so we can get in the rhythm of that, because there's also Alyssa L from last season. So let's just remember that. But Alyssa
L last season.
Talk about either of them ever again.
Alyssa L last season, right? That's
exactly. Good. Alyssa last season. And
Alyssa S. Like,
Alyssa
let's be
stupid
real.
And Alyssa last season.
She's not gonna. Alyssa S.
Alyssa is an idiot and a bitch. So I'm sorry. I don't mind.
Why? I don't know why. Why is she a bitch though? Like she was very dumb on the show, but why is she a
dumb
bitch?
And mean? Remember, like, fucking go when she betrayed. Ew! I don't like her. She is the. I blame her for. Well, and stupid Kyle for sending home. What's his name? Who I feel like was Peter. Is his name Peter?
Wait, what the hell?
You mean the lawyer? The lawyer guy?
Joe?
Joseph.
Joseph. Yeah. I blame.
Oh, we're talking about
Peter. Big brother. That's why I hate Alyssa.
The one you're calling stupid.
Yes.
I thought you were calling the other one stupid.
No, the other one's just whatever.
Okay, got it.
We put up pictures of these two people, all the three people, and write stupid last season.
I'm trying to explain who's who, so we just know for the rest.
I thought you were calling the Alyssa who's brunette with Tanner hair. That's
Alyssa L. Last season. And I was like,
I don't think she's that.
Jenna, I am going to make a picture, I promise, and send it to you guys.
I got it. I'm good.
I got it.
Last season and Angela. So it's two Alyssas and an Angela. One's stupid, one's last season, and one's Angela.
No, this really shouldn't have been that complicated, but for whatever reason.
We'll move on to the next captain. The next captain is this girl named Cassidy from Survivor. Who knows? And that's all.
But she looks like what's her name from My So-Called Life? She looked like Rayanne from My So-Called Life, Angela Chase's friend.
Please don't add.
She just added a 1990s reference. 1990s reference right there.
I can't.
And by the way, My So-Called Life, I think, lasted one season, by the way. So she's also throwing it out there too.
The most popular show that only lasted one season. But
I'll say Freaks and Geeks is up there too.
Freaks and Geeks and My So-Called Life might be the two best shows. Okay, just for a different.
We can do this all day.
talk about, I have been dying to say that I can't believe she picked Corey instead of Wes or Bananas first. I've been dying to say how shocked I was at the order of choices during this draft, and Bananas did not get picked until like the fifth guy or something.
I have the information on that though for you, Jenna. Also, we can also say Josh picked John A instead of Tori. But, you know, I think a lot of these votes were done. They wanted to keep their enemies on their same team so they couldn't vote against them. So like when Josh picks Polly, not only is he keeping his enemy on, but he knows he's going to get Bananas. And here's why. Corey and Wes were chosen by Cassidy and Desi first. So they can't have two guy veterans on the same team. They are only allowed to have one guy and one girl veteran. TJ explains it at the end of the voting real quick on why that happens versus at the beginning. So it confuses everyone. So here's the scoop. Every team is allowed one guy and one girl. So after Corey and Wes are chosen, Josh, who had the first vote, knows no matter what, he gets Bananas. So why waste his first vote on Bananas? Instead, he takes Polly, who's not only his enemy, and he gets to keep him on his team so he can't vote against him, but he knows damn well at the end he'll get Bananas, which is why Bananas was taken last. Bananas wouldn't have been taken last if that was the case. Boom, I just solved it for you.
You solved it. You're totally right. I guess the 2 points on that is the whole use of the term vet. And like, if you're a first season, then yes, you're a rookie.
You're a rookie, correct.
Maybe even second season, because it's like TV world. Like it's not a real professional sport. So I'll give you second season. But it's weird to have people come in as vets, but also have Josh and Pauly on the other side of that. Because sure, they're not as like legendary as Bananas and Wes, but they've still been on so many seasons of this show.
Well, there's a difference. They shouldn't have put Are You the One people in the vet. Like, they shouldn't have had Tori and Amanda there. If you want to go like old school, you have John A in there. Get people from the Real World or Road Rules and make them the classic vets. Don't make these Are You the One people or whatever else, or the, you know, anyone from CBS, obviously. But they needed someone that's like, what other girls could you have used? Like, who would have come back and done it? You know, who's actually still, it's hard to say. They're trying to get people
I don't know. It just feels like all of those players have a lot of seasons under their belt that it's kind of really blurring the lines of, are they calling them just vets or are they like legends again?
No, they're calling them vets. In Tori's defense, she's been on 8 seasons of the challenge and she's been to 5 finals. So that's not bad.
No, she's a rock star. She's a total, also, I feel like rock star. I'm using like corporate lingo. Like, you're a rock star. You're a rock star at your job.
I don't mind that they came from I don't mind that at all. But I also agree that it's super weird that those are vets and Fessy and Polly and whoever else are not vets. There's something else. Like what that?
Maybe they should have been called champs.
That's what I thought they were, and I'm like, Amanda, champ, like
good at the game. Like people who have been on a lot of seasons but aren't that good.
Yeah,
people who are really good.
I just called them the new guys you didn't know were going to be in because they like had the cast.
They could have called them mercenaries. They could have done like a mercenary thing, but then mercenaries don't usually stay all season.
I don't know. We're really like,
it doesn't matter. We're really
a little bit overboard.
No, I think this is important to talk about because, you know, there are a lot of people at home like, why the hell is Tori and Amanda there versus like, why can't Polly and Fessy? How about a Fessy? Why isn't he over there? You know, it's all, I agree. It's kind of, it's jumbled now, but they're trying to do something here.
This is them like party crashers, challenge crashers.
Whatever. I mean, whatever. But the point is they only are allowed a boy and a girl on each team that are in those.
Call
6.
them rock stars.
Oh yeah, rock stars. But you know, that gimmick of Wes and Bananas. Wes was riding sidecar. He took one for the team. He's like, no, you know what, Bananas? You be in charge of driving this thing. I'll sit. But that makes it cute, I guess, that they're just, they're friends now. What is this? And the CBS people that watch is like, wait, they were always friends? No, they were freaking enemies forever, and you don't even know it. But yeah.
Regardless, the fact of the matter is people decided to take, first off, Corey first. Which Cassidy, girl, like you're right, he's big and strong, but have you seen him do a math problem ever?
And has Corey ever won a champion? Has he ever been a challenge champion?
No, and you have Wes right there for the taking. I think
and Bananas too. Bananas too.
Yes, that's my point. Yes, overall, Bananas still is not the first of that veteran group of guys taken. I think I probably would have taken Wes first. How about you guys?
But Dan, you said you
Do
had
you even
like
have to ask me that, Jenna? Come on.
Right. Well, I know
Right.
Dan's answer.
Right.
I agree. Wes is the most well-rounded player too. He's political, he's strong, and he's smart. So Bananas is a lot. Well, Wes and Bananas, I think, are comparable. Whatever. But right, Corey, not the top pick. And she said she didn't want the egos of a Wes and Banana, which makes
Oh,
sense.
all right. Well, she
She
at
did
least
say
gave a
that in her
reason.
pick. She's like,
Yeah.
Corey's strong, and I don't want like that.
Corey's got to be. I mean, this is going to be another thing they're going to call us out in the comments. Corey's got to be what, 5 to 10 years younger than Bananas now. At least 5 years younger than he's 5. You got 5 years on somebody that could help.
You're right.
Well, I don't
Bananas
wanna,
cannot do this forever. There's going to be a time where he like blows out a knee and he's like, I can't do it. Like, I can't do this anymore.
That's
So
true. Corey definitely is in younger, better shape. And I do like that they included her explanation as to why. But
yeah.
it's funny because she's like, he doesn't have the ego like the others. And then as soon as he gets picked first, he's like, yeah, suck it, eat it.
And also, I will say that I'm not saying this to complain about the show, but I think it's all complete bullshit. Like, I don't think that, like, I don't believe, I mean, I think the teams are somewhat rigged. Like, Josh being the captain is totally rigged.
no, I don't agree because why? I see this is where if they made 3 people that were like Josh was one. I was like, okay, Josh, they want to be captain, huh? But who the F is Cassidy? No one cares about her, and she's captain. And then Desi, who I do like a lot, she was only on the Challenge USA. Other Challenge people don't know her from unless they know her from what I think she did Survivor, whatever she did before this. But I mean, I like Desi, and I love that she picked Wes first. And I'm like, I love the green team just because Wes is on. I was like, please let them get like some other cool people on there. And I mean,
so
the green team's bad to me, I know, but they got. I like the top 2 picks. Michaela was the 3rd pick. You girls could have liked that. That's top 3. And Monty,
Ooh,
I like Monty.
like
He's
that
top
pick.
4.
I thought
Monty, like, let's get into the cast. Like, there's all these people. I was like, oh, Monty. Like, I was excited to see Monty. I don't dislike Monty. I feel like he got, unfortunately, I don't know. I feel like I missed, like, we were all, again, Team Taylor. So it's like, oh, he wasn't that nice to her. What do you think, Rosie? You like Monty? Yay, Monty. Okay. But was excited to see Monty. I was excited to even see Amira because I think she could wind up giving something to this. So this whole cast I thought was great. Again, the people I don't know, but with the people they brought back from the other shows, not a dud among them. I thought they were all great. And all had something to bring to the table, except stupid Alyssa S. Stupid. But even
You're
she,
so harsh on her. I can't.
She's so stupid. And what did Zingbot say?
Not Angela. That's all Jenna's thinking about. Not Angela.
Angela's talented, good at the game, and smart.
She's not on the show.
Tell me, please. Imagine if they called Angela and they're like, "Oh, Angela said no. Who looks like her? Alyssa S. Throw her in there." Like.
They got me.
Gotta have some divisive people, and Alyssa S is definitely. She's gonna have a showmance and hook up with someone, and she's gonna be divisive. So like, she's gonna be
hooks up on this season. I don't know who it is, but the guy in the bed says to the girl, like, "I think you're so beautiful." Like I saw it in a preview. I'm like, dude, who is he this hung up on? I can't wait.
And Alyssa that Jenna thinks is Angela. Like he's got a type.
Okay, so you think it's going to be Alyssa S. And I think Tyler. Then yeah, Tyler will be the guy. Then oh my god, if it's Tyler and Alyssa S, that's hilarious because Alyssa looks like Angela and Angela dated Tyler. Oh my god.
I think it is Tyler and Alyssa.
This is good. This is good stuff.
Also, one of the new guys has a crush on Tori. He already said that. I can't remember what his name
guy?
is.
Oh, was it that hot like fireman guy?
Oh, Lewis. That's Lewis.
No, it's Sebastian, I think.
Oh yeah, Sebastian said it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, are you sure, Sebastian? But I guess he's not gay.
Sebastian's from Survivor, but didn't want.
I mean, that's not an insult. I just completely thought he was gay.
No, can we
rock Tori's world. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I thought I was surprised because I was like, you have a crush on Tori? Okay.
Can I say a couple things about Pauly? I know you both got to say a little thing. Is it just me, or when couples date for a long time, do they start dressing like one another? When I saw him, I said, that is a male Cara Maria. Like he's dressing like her. I'm gonna call him like Pauly Collie. I'm gonna call him Collie all season. I swear he looks like he's got a Cara Maria vibe going.
The wolf No, they're totally, Dan. You're totally right.
Like
She
I'm
wears
seeing
that
like
full
they're
time.
dressing alike now, and like that second outfit he had on where he was still rocking like a different, like a red shawl. He looked like he gave me Corella Deville from like 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
So that's all I had to say
Were
about
you
Polly. But
guys happy to see Polly? Like, did it make your heart smile or
I
no?
was excited to see him, but I was just why does he wearing rugs? I don't understand why he has to wear a rug. Like I don't get the rug thing. Is that I've never. It's like a shawl, but I've never seen a dude rock a shawl like that.
Fur. It's fur.
I've never seen a dude rock a fur in real life. I've never
like
seen
a
it.
Viking. It's like a Viking.
Okay, I've seen it. That's on TV. I've never seen a Viking in real life walking around, but he's here. Enter the door. Here's the Viking. I've never
Why
seen it in
does
real
he
life.
have like platinum hair and like, I mean, he wears like costumes. I don't think he dresses like a normal person. I don't.
What is he? Where does
I
he
don't
go to
think he
work
dresses
every
for
day? Like who's
practicality.
like, oh, I gotta hire Polly to like do my books for like my taxes.
He
Like, what does
goes
he
to
do?
like horse riding with Cara Maria. Like he doesn't go to work.
How much does that pay him? What does he do? He must do like
Let's ask him. None of us know for
Polly,
sure.
tell
We're
us in the
just
comment
running
section what you do for
allegations.
work.
He definitely does not have a real job. He's OnlyFans. He's got a lot of OnlyFans.
What's that one
Does
where
he?
you can like give a shout out to people and say, hey, happy birthday? What's that one called?
Cameo.
Cameo. He's on Cameo. There you go. He's on Cameo.
I was gonna say, yeah. All right. So,
but yes, I was excited to see Polly because I know that although I think he plays up his personality a little bit, because he knows it's TV. I think Amanda does the same thing. Like, they really elevate their caricature. I think. I don't know, because he's pretty convincing in being like a really cocky person. And that's just someone who I kind of like to hate watch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I believe the cockiness, but I also think he's a showman. I mean, I do think he's putting on a show probably more than Amanda, even because I don't know, but back to MTV getting it right this time and like the casting and all this stuff is we still thought Paulie was banned because him and Bananas and he threatened him with a knife. Like there's all this, they kept this pretty far under wraps. Like I remember this wasn't heavily promoted like by either of them.
It's also summer though, and we're all on our vacations all summer and stuff like that. I did remember seeing a brief thing where they showed a picture of Paulie that he was going to be on the new Challenge USA. But the problem is there's so many different channel. We don't know when any of them are going to air. I remember hitting you girls up like a month ago, like, hey, ladies, we're back to work. Challenge USA 2 is coming out. Like we didn't know if All Stars was going to come out first or this, and then we obviously knew 39 was going to be the either next or last. I think All Stars might come out before that. Actually, I think All Stars might be next, and then 39. Like there's so many. We used to do when we were at AfterBuzz. It was like I don't know, once a year we all got together for 3 months and we filmed it. Now it's like they want this all year round thing.
And they found a way, I think, to make it more engaging for the original Challenge fans I think they tried to make the Challenge flagship show on MTV this international sensation and it failed. And then now I think what they're trying to do is they're like, scratch that. We'll do the international competition after Challenge USA. And for Challenge USA, we'll use the bedrock of our fan base, of our other shows, and bring in some challenges.
They're trying
to call it the challenge, basically, and to get people to watch. And I think it's a much better formula because slowly it's made us have to watch Big Brother. And I wonder if at the end of this, we're going to be like, we better watch Survivor. We better watch like Amazing Race.
I mean, the fact that I watched Big Brother last summer, I mean, there's a new season going on right now, right?
I started watching it.
Is it good, Pam?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, so far, it's
did someone get kicked off for saying a bad word?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, I thought I saw something. Maybe it was from a previous season.
Again, not.
I'll have
no one's been kicked off yet. Period. So.
Okay. I thought I saw something about it. All right. Are there any? We don't have to get into every cast member because there's so many. Anyone else that stuck out to you or anything? Because like I can go down the list, but we don't need to be spending all this time on. It's one episode, and we don't even know what the hell's going on yet. So
when I realized Anira was Anira, I was very excited because she also dyed her hair. Yes. So that threw me off, and I couldn't tell what her name was when who called her up, Desi. I could have swore she said Rhaenyra, and I wrote it down like, who the fuck? Okay, Rhaenyra. And then I realized, oh, it's Amira. And then
Yeah.
Well, remember, Amira got kicked off of Big Brother pretty quick. Remember, the house just went against her, thinking that she was like this mastermind. She's like, oh, this is really too easy for me. And then she got kicked off the next episode. I guess I don't know. I'll see what she brings. She kind of was pissing me off on Big Brothers. That's the only memory I have of her. We'll have to see what she does. She's already down there though in the arena. So she's like, if a girl gets picked out of that hopper, she's going down. She's going in. So
Yeah. I mean,
so it's Amira. So I just have to fact check myself up, down, and sideways this show. So
we haven't done this show in 3 months. We're getting back into it. We're getting back our hosting abilities. We might have. We're rusty. It's okay. And speaking of rusty, there's a Dusty on this show. I like that segue.
Yeah, I don't know him. I don't know him.
There you go. That's all we need to do is talk about Dusty. That's it. There's also Chanel. Okay, great. I'm glad you're here, Chanel. We'll see if you last a couple. She's from Survivor. Isn't it Chanel? No. The hell's her name? It's Channene. Chanel. She's on there.
Oh, yes, her name is Chanel. She's on the show.
She's on the red team.
I don't remember a Chanel at all.
She's on here, but she's not who we know from.
What team is she on?
Red team. She was the second to last girl to get picked, Tiffany.
But wasn't very involved in the episode.
No,
I don't know who she is. Yeah, I don't even.
Doesn't she have like the darker complexion? Am I making this up?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's on there. She's originally from Survivor. She's on there. Pam just doesn't remember. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, I believe it. I just don't know who she is. There was someone though that I missed being called on the teams, so it must have been her.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's everyone, and you got Luis or Lewis. He goes. It looks like it's spelt Luis, but it's he pronounces it Lewis. And he's the firefighter guy. And I wonder that again. Another thing, how does he like? Oh, hey guys, I got to go away for 3 months. I'm filming a reality show, but you'll let me come back to my shifts when I'm done, right? Like I don't understand how that works. Like I'm like, dude, we need you to save some people's lives over here. What are you doing going on a reality show? I don't get how the firefighter thing works. Maybe he's a pro bono firefighter. I don't get it. I don't understand how people can just take that. What's that?
Cole Z was a firefighter, I think, too. I think you can take time off because there's other It's not like I think all the firefighters.
No, but like that's with any job. I don't get how you can just ask for that time off. Like you get most people they get like 2 vacation weeks a year and that's it. They got to go to work. Like I don't understand how you can just do this. But
which first off, that's hard. 2 vacation weeks a year blow my brains out.
Okay, anyway. That's not enough. You're saying, or that's too much?
Not enough.
I'm thinking you're thinking it's not enough, but I think there's a lot of people that only get 2 weeks off. They get weekends off, obviously, and holidays, like 3-day weekends. But I think, like growing up, my dad got like 2 full weeks off. I thought, Pamela, turn a light on.
I know. Sorry, I'll open the sun.
It's getting very dark in there.
I know my light.
Did Pam's screen go black, or is she still with us? I can't tell.
My thing died. My light. So now, I've sun.
Your investment of a light.
Yeah. I forgot about it anyway. So 2 weeks off. I think I have officially 3 weeks off, but I work remotely. So like, it's not, it doesn't really matter.
Like, I take off every day at 2. So technically.
You what?
No, I was joking. I was saying that you say, well, I take every day off after 2 p.m.
Right.
So technically I just work half days.
Well, Pam, that sounds like you're quite the princess. Speaking of princesses, the challenge of the day was called Storm the Castle.
Oh, good segue, Dan. Good segue.
I was like, when they said Storm the Cat, I was like, what is this challenge? I thought they were
you thought it was a provocative term there.
No, I thought they were
Storm
the. She thought it was. Yeah. What did you think it was, and what did you think she thought it was?
I thought she thought cock, storm the cock or something. What do you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I was thinking political. I was like, storming the Capitol. Like, are we still on?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Storming the castle, and I was like, oh gosh. All right.
I liked this challenge though. I thought it was.
I like the challenge too. It's
okay. I thought it was good. Did you notice that like the girls' statues, they all look the same? I thought they did a much better job making the boys look like, I could tell one was Wes, I could tell one was Bananas. I don't know if
incredible that they did it in the first place. I thought Bananas was just making a joke at first, saying
me too. But then later I saw they obviously TJ said, "Oh, all these look like you." And I'm like, "Yo, that doesn't look like Tori at all." But good try, I guess. But they don't look like those people.
It did look like Bananas.
are the vets special?
They're
Like,
very
why
special.
would-
If every challenge has to do with them, I'm gonna be like, what is going on here? Why is this a thing? I don't
I
get
don't
it.
get it. Like, why? Like, are they because they came in late a different role in the game?
They're just trying. They were trying to
Or
give us a twist, like last season when TJ on 38, when all of a sudden Darrell comes out from the and Jordan came out and Tori couldn't believe it. They were trying to give us those moments, but it wasn't as exciting. Like honestly, and I knew that Wes and Bananas were on this season because if I'm just on social media in general and I follow these challenge things, you see, oh, Wes is back. Like you see he's back. Like and like you said, Jenna, you don't get that same excitement of I don't know who's going to be on it. But someone like you, Jenna, might have been a little more excited because you had no idea in theory if Wes and Bananas were on this season, right?
Yeah, that's actually
know
pretty
what
true. I
they
didn't know that they were going to be on it.
Yeah.
So that must have been more
Like,
exciting for you seeing you on the old jet ski wave runners there.
Yeah, yeah. I thought the challenge was really good though.
I liked it too.
Yeah, the idea of they had to do the checkpoints. You complete a checkpoint, you get to take a piece of the statue away. You get to be on a cart at one point instead of just having to carry it. Well thought out. Not too much of like instead of like, oh, you got to solve this massive puzzle that we can't even help out with, like as the viewer. Like they didn't do that kind of thing, which was nice. They had to follow along like different symbols, which was kind of like we didn't get to see that, but at least that was a minor detail in it versus like the whole thing based around the whole
It was
thing.
good because the pathways that they had to bring the statue on were so narrow. Like we saw that big traffic jam for a moment where red is trying to go around blue, but then they end up screwing themselves and their statue falls over. And
then green goes around both of them. Green went around both of them.
Green goes around Bull, and Green would have won this thing because they had such a lead. But I guess everybody, I don't want to blame Amanda because when it's a team effort, you know, it's everybody's responsibility.
I'm just confused on like, if they set this up properly, Jenna, shouldn't they have more than one person looking at those symbols? I get if the guys have to carry it and they're too busy carrying. They had like, there's 6 people on these, eight. There's 8 people on a team. You should have at least 3 people looking at those symbols to back up Amanda if she doesn't get it right. You can't have one person doing that. So
I felt
yeah, no, that's exactly
the fault, but still
yeah. That's exactly what I mean. So I don't know if what their decision making was. If it was Amanda saying like, I'm going to take this, I'm going to get every single symbol, I'm the best at it, I got you. Or if it was somebody picking her like, Amanda, you're going to do it all. So then it's like when they get to the board and then somebody says, you know, Amanda didn't know what symbol she was looking at. It's like, well, why wasn't anybody else looking at any symbols?
That is Amanda's strength though. So I can very well see Amanda being like, I will be the person that does this.
I know, but like
they should always have a backup person though.
You've got Amira on that team as well. And you have Michaela, but I saw Michaela, she was doing like a lot of the bull work. She was like holding up that I mean, she was pulling that cart and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, Amira. I'm sorry, Michaela, you focus on that. But there's no reason that Amanda's the only one looking at these symbols. Amira could have helped out with that, and whoever else wasn't.
And that's a strong team. Like now that I'm looking at it, all the teams. So that team is Wes, Michaela, Monty, Tyler, Amanda, Lewis, and Desi.
Yep.
Is that the right people?
Yeah.
There's some pretty like Wes, Monty, I think Michaela, even though we haven't, Tyler, like these are great players. So
well, we don't know anything about
mess up that part though. It would have been a much as we saw. This was good. All these teams I think are good. Like
they're good. Yeah, it's not like there's one that's like ridiculously better than the others. However, the blue team, if you look at the blue team, at least the top. Well, actually, they have the Fessy factor. You know. They got that Fessy factor. He's a big dude. Like no one's as big as he is. Like he's 6'5". The dude is like huge.
But it only helps. That's a really strong team, like literally strong in the sense of brute strength. But there's so much else to the game eventually that could go wrong. And also you need like team chemistry. I think it's funny that the red team is calling themselves the Red Flags. Like they are that personality wise that they're not really like the most compatible team, but I think they're going to be fine. I think that their rivalry, nothing seems like that catastrophic on that team.
Well, moving ahead, should we stick to when I'll wait until we get to talking about the vote thing.
No, we can move. I think that's the challenge. We can move ahead to the next thing. So the blue team wins. then they get the opportunity to vote in 2 people, and they decide to take in Amira and Lewis. They decide just go green because blue wants to work with red because Josh had talked with the blue team, blah, blah, blah. They go 2 green members, and that's who those are, Amira and
I think
Lewis.
Alyssa S is actually Alyssa's season previously, and Alyssa A is the asshole. I think we have our Alyssas backwards, but
No, but Alyssa's L. Alyssa's L and Alyssa's S.
There's an S and an A. Oh, L is okay. I have my
We're
Alyssa.
back on it. We're back.
Anyway, so my big
On
thing with
it.
the vote, I was concerned when John A was like, I hear that Michelle is a red flag, and she voted for someone on her own team, even though they discussed that they were going to go after green team people. I don't know. That's what I'm really excited to hear what you guys thought. If that was smart or if that's going to come back to bite her. Like, I couldn't tell if that was a really good move or not so good move. And it was.
I'll let you go first, Jenna, if you want.
I think in terms of game moves, I don't see Michelle being an outstanding threat to John A. So I'm saying in terms of a game move, I personally can't tell if it's a amazing one. I mean, Michelle is athletic. She's been on Survivor. Didn't she win? So she's a great
Survivor, and she's
she is
really
a
good
great
at challenges too. Like at remember they kept trying to get rid of her last season, and it took like 5 tries till.
Yeah, so she's a great competitor, and for her to be on the same team as Janae, I'm kind of like at this point, I'm curious if this is I don't know. I just basically feel like it's pretty neutral of a move, like to try to take her out. I mean, does Janae see her as a threat? Because Janae's whole stance on this was that she's closest to Wes, and Wes told her Michelle is emotional. Look out for Michelle. It feels like Janae, even though, Wes is your friend and he's good at the game, you haven't even given Michelle like half a chance. You haven't tried to talk game with her. You haven't tried to work with her at all. Like that could have been a number for you. It could have been a client. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I just find it as like a nothing move. I find it interesting as like, why try to take her out immediately when you don't really know how you could work together. You haven't done any playing with just her. You're just taking one person's word and acting immediately on it. So it's just kind of an interesting.
Stupid to me, not because it could bite her in the ass. And don't you want her on your team at this point? Like, since you are playing as a team, and if your team loses someone from your team, and she's I don't know. I was like, all right, Janae, I usually like your moves, but this one I was a little.
I don't see what the point is. If do you want less people in the final? Like, are you worried? Like, what is the reason for it? Because that's the only thing I can think, and I don't think that's what. But that's not what John A was thinking. John A was not thinking, okay, if we get rid of Michelle, we'll have one less person on our team. Maybe that'll help us in a final. We don't have to drag another body, another person.
No, she was saying ultimately it comes down to one person, and like you can't really. She's not playing as a team. She's playing for who she wants to vote for, basically.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Again, but at the same time, though, like I don't know if Michelle will figure out who did it anyways, because there's other people on the team. Right. I guess if everyone said no, she could say, no, I would never do that to you. I think you're great, Michelle. And that's kind of a fun idea that you can lie, but I don't know. I think
like that they didn't show us, because other people obviously voted for Bananas, who's not on the green team. And they didn't show us who. But
that's to be expected, though.
Other people went against. Well, because Banana's gonna go on a hunt. Michelle's probably not going to as much.
I don't know if they will do this, and I would think though, if I was in the game, my anonymous voting would be affected by the idea of my vote being outed eventually. Because they have done on past seasons where they have exposed, like, oh, you thought you were doing this in private, but now we're gonna tell everybody who you've been voting for, sort of thing. So. And also, like you said, Dan, you could just lie and hide it. That's the game. That's part of the politics. That's part of the social aspect of it. So, of course, they can and should do that. That's her right. That's the whole fun of playing into that element of the game. But that is another point of like, do you want to vote in Michelle, like right off the bat? There will have to be questions that will have to be answered to. People are going to go back and say, hey, how did I get voted? Remember, we all said green man. We all said green male. Who might have voted for me? And so there will have to be some of that trying to find the liar, and that could make Jenna vulnerable to it unless she's like amazing at lying.
Yeah. well, who was her friend last season that, oh, it was Kellyanne.
Was it?
Remember, didn't Jenna sort of screw over Kellyanne?
Oh, that part. Oh, I thought you meant Michelle's
Yeah.
friend. You mean, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah,
Um,
so I don't know. I mean, I like it because it's entertaining. It doesn't make for a boring episode. It ruffles things up a little bit. So of course I like it from that perspective, but I also like Michelle. So of course I'm sure I have some bias in that where I'm just wondering like, was it a necessary move,
right.
like, but in her eyes, it was. I don't know how to play this game. If I was in it, I would be making all the wrong decisions. All I know is I just wouldn't know what the hell I was doing.
it's a
So-
secret vote, and you know what? It's a secret vote, and maybe that'll make it more interesting in a little bit. But we have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in to see, because we didn't. The only thing I really didn't like about this episode was it didn't have a conclusion. It gave you that BS cliffhanger, which I always hate those. I just want to like wrap it up. Like let's get into do the damn elimination and let me be ready for next week with all the information. And now they're saying that you're gonna find out Sunday. Tune in on
I'm
Sunday.
definitely pumped for next week, though, way more than I have been
If you consider Sunday next week, which technically it is, then that's when it's apparently going down. So please, in the comments below,
What?
tell me what.
Why
Something's
do you
airing
think
on
that?
Sunday. Something's airing on Sunday. I don't know what it is.
Like a full episode?
Is it
I don't
Angela?
know. What's that,
Is it
Jenna?
like on after Big Brother? Does that air on Sunday? Like, what do you mean something's airing on Sunday?
If you watch the episode, I'm making this all up, but I swear at the end they say you'll find out on Sunday what the hell's going. This Sunday coming up, you'll find out who's going in the elimination against Lewis or Amira.
All right. So I don't
know.
know. I don't get it. Are there episodes Thursday and Sunday?
I don't know. That's why this is so
Wait
great.
till Dan tells me. He keeps us in the loop.
I don't know either. Right, like it's airing tonight. Cool. What time?
Well,
Yeah.
I
No,
already
don't-
told y'all we're only doing one episode a week, so whatever the hell happens, we'll see you next Friday with the next episode.
Well,
So.
also, we have you guys, we're gonna figure out what we're doing with our Patreon. So if you're a patron, thank you, and hang in there. We will bring you a show soon, and we're
It's just gonna
figuring
be
out
Pam.
what we're gonna do. Well, and hopefully you
Yeah,
guys, if avail, based on avails, figure it out. We're working. It's a work in progress. All right, you guys are both looking at your phones now. Do you know?
Yes.
Did you learn what's
You're right.
happening?
I am
Should
looking
we-
at my phone to see. I'm going to go ahead here to the end of the episode, and I'm going to see if that's what they say is going down.
Right, on Sunday. Like, did you make that up? Is that real? I don't know. But
I
I
don't know.
am excited. I'll say it was effective for me. I was like, what? I can't wait. And I have not been that way. Usually I'm like, what? Oh, who's going home? Bye. Some girl named Alyssa.
You know what they should do though?
This
Even though it's-
Sunday. It's that's what it says. This
an
Sunday.
episode?
I'll do it. I'll do a pause shot.
Like, are we
Yeah.
finding out on social media, or
Look.
are we finding out because there's an episode?
They say this Sunday. See, it says this Sunday on the top right here.
All right, I'm just gonna look up when does this episode.
I believe you, but no, I can't.
I can't. Yeah, we can't see that either.
Got it. Got it.
Okay,
Alright.
it says this Sunday, and then it says you're gonna find out. So I don't know if it's a full episode or you just find out who's in it and you're done. Ladies, before we go today, do you have any predictions of what the hell is gonna happen this season? Any fun ideas? Any fun
Yes.
twists you think? Okay, go ahead, Jenna. Go.
Yeah. Yep, Angela's gonna come on the show and she's gonna rekindle with Tyler, and that's what's gonna happen.
You know, what I think is that Paulie's going to start talking about all his cameo appearances that he does, and he's going to say, for all those lone wolves out there, you can be a part of my wolf pack, and that's what he'll say in his cameos because he's all got the wolf vibe going. There you go. That's what I think is going to happen. Pamela,
I think Amanda's not gonna win. Corey's not gonna win. I don't think Josh is gonna win.
okay, you got 21 more people to go through now. Here we go.
Those are the people I don't think are gonna win. Those are my predictions. They're not gonna win. And I think the problem with Michaela, which isn't really a problem, it's just she's not super gamey. Even today, it was like, don't worry, we got you. Like, she plays sort of with her heart. even though she's smart. So I hope Michaela lasts a little longer this time so we can really
Yeah, I want to see
know
her.
her.
Well,
You know,
she's
that's-
guaranteed. I think she's guaranteed to go through the next couple episodes because she's not, a ball of hers was not pulled. Wes had 2, Dusty had 2, Desi had 1, Michelle had 3, Bananas and Monty both had 4. So yeah, there you go. She's all set.
The green team and Wes, I think, is smart enough to figure this out, that they're being targeted. Hopefully, this is my prediction, that next week Wes says, F that, and make some alliance, make some game moves, because just the blue team and the red team targeting the green team.
If I'll say this though, if Wes or Bananas goes home in this next episode, that's going to be a big bummer for this season.
Wes isn't, oh yeah, okay.
Wes has 2 votes on there, so it's going to really suck. Producers obviously don't want that. They'd rather see Michelle, Desi, or Monty in there, or Dusty. Obviously, Dusty would be a great one for them to get for that first one, because who cares about Dusty?
Dusty verse, who's the guy? No offense on that guy, but yeah,
Lewis, the firefighter. You thought he was a hot
unfortunately,
firefighter.
He is a hot firefighter, but like, I don't know him. Yeah, like we don't, you know. And unfortunately, because Dusty and those people are in the minority, the survivor people, and mostly the American race people, I think there's only 2. I do think they are the safe picked off. They are the rookies of this one. And I think Lewis and the other guy are American race people.
There's only 2 American racers. It's Lewis and the nerdy looking guy, Dusty. Yeah, Dusty.
Yeah,
you keep saying. Now I'm going to call you out because I was so bad with Angela. Isn't it amazing?
Amazing race.
What did she call it? What did
the
she?
American race.
Well, and I do believe they go international on that show. I think so.
Sorry, the Amazing Race. There's Amira, American, amazing. There's a lot of words going on here. The challenge needs to get like more different names. It can't just be the Challenge USA.
Be more different.
Be more different.
Oh,
right.
you know, speaking of not
call
different,
them
though,
rock stars for once.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of names,
call them rock stars.
Ladies, speaking of names, they called the elimination place the arena again. They're not getting fancy on the CBS. They're like, it's arena. It's not going to be proving ground. Like, I know we made fun of those names, but that was half the fun, was how ridiculous they were. They're just going arena this season again. So they're not even trying to be funny with it. I like fun.
And I like fun too, or at least cheeky. It is funny.
Yes.
Jenna, I know it's
Get cheeky in the arena this season. Yes.
Yeah,
at the very least, cheeky.
Yeah.
At least cheeky. All right. Well, for Pamela and Jenna, I'm Dan. Thank you so much for watching. Leave us all the comments because we want to read them. Tell us what you think of the season, the challengers, and what the hell you think's going to happen, because that's all that we love reading them, and we'll write some stuff back.
And tell us if you know if it's airing on Sunday or there's just going to be some sort of reveal that we have to like. Really
I don't know. All I can tell you is I'm not watching it Sunday. So
no, I told you right now, we'll see y'all next week. If they do a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday show, guess what? We're going to cover it next Friday. So there you go. Enjoy.
We'll figure something out, but let us know.
We got jobs. All right. I got a baby on the way. I got a puppy with a cone on her poor head there.
I have a sick kitty. It's actually really sad.
See, we had a lot going on.
So much. Okay. You guys, thank you. We love you. Tell us what you think.
Okay, bye.
Bye.